set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
AKAPADers. It's the best of 2025. I'm doing my own award show because guess what? We have one amazing podcaster. We have an AKAPAD army. We have 1,100 episodes, and we're dedicated to watching movies, thinking about movies, and bringing you some of the personal experiences around these fantastic films. And for a couple of years, I've debated doing any type of best of. The reason for that is a lot of the newer films just kind of they don't squeeze my orange. I don't get enough juice out of the newer stuff. Also, I believe everything's been dominated by horror. We don't get a lot of good dramas, don't get a lot of good comedies. But this year, I just wanted to turn the corner and say I've seen enough from 2025, the entire spectrum of the year, where I can comfortably say this is the best comedy, this is the best horror, this is the best drama. And today, this is the most disappointing movie for me in 2025. And this is coming off of a previous disappointment from Edgar Wright. I didn't like that Baby Driver movie. You guys can go back, go to akapad.com and search Baby Driver, and you will see a out of theater reaction before there was such a thing, by the way, of that movie. Where I speak about it with my friend Mark at the time. That during that time he would pop into the podcast. He's got his own show now. It's called All Struck Comics Podcast. It's on YouTube. Please go check it out. So that was back in 2017. He makes Last Night in Soho that I also disappointed in. For neo noir, I get it that that's the filmmaker's paradise, but the twist in that, and it was just to me weird, over the top. The over the top. It's the plot twist, and you're just like, okay, like we've seen this, all of this, right? And then we get 2025. All of the promos for this movie. I talk about the posters a lot. I think the imagery around this flick. Right now, it's on Paramount. When it comes up on my Amazon Fire TV, it's just the image of this movie, the red, the logo, the shots of yellow. I'm telling you, AK Powders, it excites me. Glenn Powell excites me. The trailers for this movie, the way that they set up that this was going to be wild and hyper, maybe a little bit more like down to earth or touchable than what we got in 1987. When I sit down and this movie wanders, I mean, it took me a couple of tries to make my way through this flick. The weird thing is, I'm watching this movie and I'm saying to myself, I cannot wait to like this in the future. I can't wait to rewatch this movie and enjoy it. But realistically speaking, I don't know if I'm going to preach that because there's a problem here with Edgar Wright. I mean, ever since the last movie I think he made that I just was able just to sit down and enjoy was The World's End 2013. It's now 2025. I think Last Night in Soho, people fluff that. People pretend that's some type of like great movie. Baby Driver, so many people backed that movie, enjoyed that movie when it came out. I, yeah, I was able to move on from it. I thought it was just a little bit not repetitive, just almost like too much at times. And I feel like it's the same thing here with this movie, where we have this magnificent, beautiful looking future. We have everything on screen is designed. Like there's this jet liner, this commercial jet at the end of this movie. It's incredibly designed. Josh Brolin is the perfect villain. We have incredible credit sequences. It's a zen that rolls into something earlier in the movie. but we have like a failed concept of a revolution. We have a failed concept that he's kind of like a lost family guy, just trying to get medicine for his kid. And there's so many of these like personal plot elements, and then we get the rich girl at the end that's kind of like thrown in here. It's all of these things are just they're not taken to their conclusion, nor are they kind of like set up the right way. I thought the beginning of this movie, it was choppy. I couldn't get behind it. But then I'm watching this movie and I'm loving everything on screen. But then all of a sudden we're on a highway. We're in like a farm, or we're in woods and there's trees, and it's like no, like there's no trees left in this future. Like like we're supposed to be somewhat programmed and dystopian. The girl he runs into towards the end of the movie, I guess, like within, if you want to call this a 5 act movie, like within the fifth act, where he runs into her on the highway, he hijacks her car. She's supposed to be the modern day audience that loves and is obsessed with these TV shows, and we get none of that. We don't understand the appeal of these shows to the audience, and then we kind of hit these rollerball moments where it's Jonathan, and for this one, it's like, what's his name? Like Williams lives, or whatever the heck of Glenn Glenn Powell's character is. We don't get the sense of his like proposed death resonating, or sparking a flame, sparking a fire, and then we don't really even know what happens like after the revolution. Now, given there's a lot of that in the original Running Man, the '87 one, where but the revolutionaries in that movie, at least like you're with it and you feel for it. This one, like there's a lot of disconnects, there's a lot of wandering, there's too many scene changes, and I get it. It's a 2 hour plus long movie. We're going to the theaters. I've been saying this for a while. We spend more time and money going into theaters, so we have longer movies, more bang for your buck. Again, Mission Impossible needs to be 3 hours long. That's fine, but there's limitations to that. I understand how audiences didn't engage this movie, but this doesn't make me back off of Glenn Powell being that next big guy. This doesn't back me off of exploring this movie later down the road potentially. But ever since 2017, I have had zero desire to see Baby Driver again. Since I watched Last Night in Soho, which I believe I may have recorded an episode on. Uh, I think I had a similar set. Maybe I'll dig that up and release that around this one. But Late Night in Soho, no no angst to see that movie again. But we get excuse me, we get into World's End, we get into Scott Pilgrim, we get into even Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. These this is the Edgar Wright language that works on film as an audience member. The Hollywood version of Edgar Wright, in my view, does not. And I'm sorry, and I think we're gonna have an episode coming up of the three filmmakers that fell off this year. So be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be a Wednesday release. All right, AK Patters. My most disappointing movie of 2025 is The Running Man. Sorry to say. Love you, Rock.
Okay, that's a wrap.